with late game execution.
No, ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you guys realize that this season, 24-25 NBA season has been, ooh, man. What are the words to describe the 24-25 NBA season so far? It's only January. What are we going to describe it? What are we going to look back as it as? Well, as for now, I can only speak for myself. And what I'm seeing right now, this season, what are we, almost 50 games into the season already? What I'm seeing right now, with this season, it's something I haven't really seen before. In my, 2025? Probably been watching the NBA since maybe 98, 99. So 26, 27 years of watching NBA basketball. This is probably the worst I've ever seen it. This is a season that will go down as one of the worst seasons of the NBA. And I know some people are like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Oh, yeah, it is. And there's various reasons why. Do I need to run down the list? Yeah, I will run down the list. But before I run down that list, remember, like, share, subscribe to the video, do all that good stuff, and let's roll. Usually I don't even ask for that, I just go right in. But yeah, like, share, subscribe to this video. This video might be, trigger some people, but you know what? I don't care. It needs to be said. It needs to be put out into the universe. So this season so far, right? When this season started, I knew this season was going to be something we haven't seen before. This season so far, let me state the obvious. Something that started back in June. We got a DEI hire on the Lakers. A Make-A-Wish Foundation kid on the Lakers, and Bronny James. The Lakers have wasted a spot on that, all because LeBron James' ego is bigger than the earth itself. I'm surprised the earth is still around. We have that going on. It's pretty much died down since then, but outside of that, we have I can't even say Asian superstar. He's been aged. He's moldy. He's out of date superstar that just turned 40 years old a couple weeks ago now. We have this guy, right? Probably one of the most narcissistic people on this planet. Right? Every year since he's been on the Lakers, he's been always asking for more help. I need more help. So we got that going. The man takes more shots than anybody on the team. More shots than the person who needs to have the ball in his hands than Anthony Davis. And then we got a coach that's coaching this team that does not know what the hell he's doing, because basically he got a dog chain on him anyway by LeBron anyway. So we got that going on. You trade away D'Angelo Russell, and the team got worse. And they got one of the most easiest schedules I ever seen in my life. So we got that going on. We already know what's going on with that. I don't need to say anything else more about that already. And then you skip over to Philadelphia. We got the whole team just about a week ago, with the exception of Tyrese Maxey, sitting on the bench or not even showing up at all. The Philadelphia 76ers. What are we doing? Just a couple games ago, Paul George, he's the game because he hurt his weak finger. We got Paul George, who rather podcast than play ball, taking up all the 76ers money. 76 are stupid anyway for signing this guy for a large deal. But we got a guy who writes a podcast. But this is the thing about all these guys. They all got podcasts now. Nobody wants to hear your funky ass stories. Really. We really don't. Why are you podcasting while you still have a career in the NBA? That's the point I don't get. See, Jeff Teague is done. He retired. He got his one All-Star bid. He got his one ring. And now he got his podcast. I think he's coaching somewhere in Indianapolis. It might have been last time I checked. Hey, Bob, he's not even that old. But anyways, you got him. All right, fine, you got him. His podcast is not that bad. It's more hilarious than anything. But he's out of the league. We got an idiot. A big-nosed, big-eyed idiot, Gilbert Arenas, just telling lies and making up stuff about Kobe Bryant. The prop out, the balding, aging, molded one in LA, right? You got that contributing to this season. Going back to the 76ers now. I had to put that in there. You got a center who thinks he's probably the best center in the league, but he doesn't want to play back-to-backs. Coming to team meetings, team practices late, not giving a damn, getting into arguments and fights with reporters, some of it warranted, but still a distraction, getting fined, like I said, not showing up the back-to-backs. It's just a mess with the 76ers, along with Paul George being out every other game because he got a wee bit injury. So we got that going on. That messes with Philadelphia, wasting money out there. And then we're going to travel down to South Beach. A story that's been present for the last couple of weeks now. A story that I broke out a couple of weeks ago. Now it's blown up to this. We have Jimmy Butler. Now, I haven't said too much about it since the story first broke out. But we got Jimmy Butler down in Miami. Keep in mind, Jimmy Butler has been crashing out. I think he's got suspended 3 times now. Now he's suspended indefinitely. But he's been crashing out, acting a damn fool, right? Because he wants out of Miami. And he probably wants another big deal. Now, all this for Jimmy Butler, all of this that's been going on with him, it's not all his fault. The man, ever since he's gotten to Miami, when he signed with Miami back in the summer of 2019, I think it was. Was it? Was it 18? I forgot when he signed. But ever since he's gotten there to Miami, he has put this team to the finals, dragged this team to the finals twice. 2020, bubble. In 2023, when they got gentleman sweep by the Denver Nuggets. Both losing fashion. The team's been competitive, even though they really don't have anybody but him. Everybody wants to say, oh, you got old boy from Milwaukee. I can't think of his damn name right now. Tyler Hero. And then you got Bam Adebayo. Tyler Hero wouldn't even be in the league if this was 30-something years ago. Bam will be like Horace Grant or something like that if this was 30-something years ago. And Jimmy Butler himself, yes, he has times when he seems like he is Michael Jordan's son, but he's like a second option. But he has dragged that Miami team to the finals twice, got to the Eastern Conference Finals 1 year, not that far from getting back to the finals again. I think in 2 of his seasons that were not deep playoff runs. One season, he didn't even play because he was injured, and he got gentleman sweep by the Boston Celtics. That was last season. And then they got swept in 2021 playoffs by my own Milwaukee Bucks on the route to them winning a championship. But Pat Riley, as the team GM, team president, hasn't really done anything much except sign old-ass Kyle Lowry at one point in time. Traded for him. They got, I can't even think of his name right now. He came from Charlotte, used to play in Boston. I forgot the point guard's name. They got him. He hasn't made really too much noise since then. They really got a whole bunch of role players. They got an old ass Kevin Love. It's not really much. It's not like the days of Miami when he won back-to-back rings with the old Asian one that's now in LA. Some of this goes on Pat Riley. And now that Jimmy Butler's been suspended indefinitely, who knows if he was going to play again this season? Who knows if a deal's going to get done for him to go and leave Miami? There's been many rumors of where he's going to go. There's been Golden State, Phoenix, which he prefers. There's been lots of talks of him coming to my Milwaukee Bucks, which I think he'll be an asset, but he'll have to calm down with all that crashing out type syndrome. Because now this ain't your team. You most likely might be a second or third option if Dame stays. And they don't, I would say don't need him, but you don't need to go Michael Jordan. All you need to do is contribute when times get rough. Be a motivator for this Milwaukee Bucks team. Bucks have lots of uses for him. But also at the same time, he wants a big deal, which he needs to come to reality and realize you're 35 years old. You're not going to get such a big contract at 35 years old. Nobody's not paying that much money for a 35-year-old. No. I know some things going on in his personal life, which probably might contribute to what's been going on with him regarding his job. But he needs to chill the hell out, because now you alienate the team. We all know Pat Riley ain't playing with you. He's staying on business. So we got that going on. Just a mess down there. Scoot over up north to the northeast to the defending champs of the Boston Celtics, a team that shoots probably 83s per game. We got that going on. Yeah, their fans probably like it, but from an aesthetic point of this, and it's not a great. Nobody wants to see you guys this team jack up threes. And basically, at this point of the season, it's live by the three, die by the three. They lose again recently to the Houston Rockets, which I'll get to next. I don't see this team repeating. I don't even think it was that good last season. They looked good because everybody was injured. Giannis, Dame were injured. Tyler, Halliburton, injured. Donovan Mitchell, Jared, what's his name? Jared Allen, injured. Every team they played last year on the way to the playoffs was injured. Even Dallas was banged up. Luka wasn't 100%. Just everybody was banged up, but they still won. Yeah, they still won. But this team is not as great as everybody thinks it is. They're soft. They rely on the three too much, and eventually that's gonna come back to haunt them. So, did I forget the entitlement? Players not wanting to play. Not just what's going on with the 76ers. Dudes just sitting out. Sicknesses out of nowhere. Flu symptoms. Illnesses. DNPs. All kinds of stuff been going on. It's just terrible this season. This season has become very lackluster. And it's very annoying. You got a GM not a GM. You got a commissioner who's making up stuff about why the ratings are low. Oh, the World Series. Oh, the election. Oh, the NFL. Oh, this. Oh, that. World Series is every year, buddy. Yeah, elections are every 4 years. I get it. But World Series is every 4 years. World Series is every year. Football, hockey are around every time in the beginning of the season. Every year. They all start at the same time. So you can't use that as an excuse. Or they're in session around the same time. No, nobody wants to see a three-point contest. Nobody really cares for these entitled brats that are out here. And people are sick and tired of it. Real basketball fans are sick and tired of it. And then you got an all-star format that is probably going to fail after one season. That nobody really wants to see themselves. Who wants to see 4 teams playing pickup? Why not go back to the old format, get it East and West, shoot. Even have them wear their own jerseys. No specialized jerseys. Have them wear their own jerseys. Jerseys that they wear on a game-to-game basis. The All-Star format sucks. It's trash. It's garbage. Did I forget anything negative? Oh yeah, I'm gonna add this one in, but I'm gonna elaborate on this on a different video. Jerseys this year. Jerseys, man. Jerseys suck. The designs, ever since Nike, like the first couple of years, Nike had some creative designs when they took over being the official outfitter for the NBA. Ever since then, they've been dry, they've been lame. I can say the same for the NFL as well. You know, the NFL did give us, or at least Packer fans, all white jerseys, but still, and helmets. But the jerseys are lame. Every player, it seems like, has to have their own shoe. Everybody got their own shoe. Everybody. I remember back in the day, at least for me, in the early 2000s, it was probably like 4 or 5 people that got their own shoe. Maybe 3. You had Kobe, Vince, AI. Still got the Jordans coming out. Maybe that. But now everybody has to have a shoe. It's saturated. Everybody needs to have their own shoe. Season's trash, man. They're not promoting what they need to promote. You got 2 teams in the Cleveland Cavaliers, OKC Thunder. Number 1 seeds on both conferences, barely being talked about. Now they being talked about a little more, so we're applying pressure. But I ain't even talking about the other team that's doing good, Houston Rockets. They don't want to talk about the Houston Rockets because they don't like the coach, Ime Udoka, because he just may have relations with a woman up in Boston. But they are being kicking ass, beating the Boston Celtics themselves. Recently, didn't it beat Cleveland too? I might add. They've been kicking ass and taking names, but barely any coverage. Ime Udoka is probably up for Coach of the Year, but they probably won't give it to him. Simply because they don't like him. Like I said, going back to promotion of these other teams, of these younger players, barely want to promote Shea, barely want to promote Donovan Mitchell. Don't want to say anything about the Houston Rockets. It's terrible, man. They keep dragging out 3 old niggas. Yeah, I said the word. They're dragging out 3 old dudes that play in the West that need to give it up. 2 of the 3 need to give it up. Both of them balding. Both of their heads look like dying grass. And they're in the All-Star game. I get it, the fans vote for them, but why in the hell are they in the All-Star game, man? They've pretty much been lackluster. Golden State, this season so far, trash. Suns, trash. The Lakers record look good, but they still trash. Because keep playing all these damn easy teams and getting all these 1 games and then they get 2-3 days off. They ain't getting no back-to-backs. They get 2 back-to-backs so far this season, while everybody else has to play back-to-back-to-back-to-back. It's crazy, man. This season, like I said, to sum this all up, this season has been lackluster. It sucks. The ratings are low for a reason. These guys don't care. They don't care. They only care about their money and how many IG models and how many women they can freaking get their hands on. They only care about their money when it's contract season. Other than that, they ain't contract season. They sitting on the bench, looking stupid, caring more about their podcast. You got one that can't. You got one down in New Orleans that can't get his fat ass on the court because he eat too much. It's just terrible, man. It's just terrible, man. It's terrible. This is trash, man. I never thought the league would get this low. But this is just trash. Somebody say, why are you talking about it? If you don't watch it, why are you talking about it? Because I'm making this aware. I want this video to go out to everyone. To realize that I ain't the only one saying this either. There's lots of people that feel the same way. Adam Silver needs to go. The NBA needs a enema. It needs a reboot or something. Because where it's going right now, it's not great. It's not great at all.